there were certain guys I wrestled over and over again. I mean, like 100, 200 times. And there's three guys that really stand out that I've wrestled many, many times, only because we were both in WCW and WWE together, other than Diamond Dallas Page, because we opened so many pay-per-views against each other and traveled around the country, wrestling each other almost every night. But one that stands out is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wrestled him as Stunning Steve in WCW, and then of course as Stone Cold Steve Austin in the WWE. And we had such great chemistry. You know, we weren't the best of friends. Later on in life, we became friends, but back then we were not the best of friends, but we always had great chemistry in the ring, especially wrestling with him for the US title, the world television title. So we always had something at stake when we wrestled each other, but Steve Austin could go. And I'll tell you the story about Steve was that one of the things that he always did was Steve would always watch other wrestlers wrestle. He'd always be at the curtain, kind of peeking through, watching matches. And I didn't realize that at the time, but when you wrestled him, he kind of knew all your moves. And so when we did something like a flying head scissor or a certain a kip up or something that he saw me do before, he just knew how to do it. He knew what I was good at. So he would pick strengths from other wrestlers and utilize them in the ring. And he always made me look so good, so crisp in the ring. And I really enjoyed working with him. And now fast forward to when we both went to WWE and we wrestled in King of the Ring. One of my favorite matches. Probably one of the top 5 matches that I really enjoyed. Even though I lost, it was one of my favorite matches because it just was a back and forth, knock him down, drag him out matches. And during the match, we did this move where Steve flips me over his shoulder and I land behind him, but I jump up and hook my legs under his arms and flip him backwards for the falls count of the pin. And as I did that, my foot came through, but he turned his head down and it kicked him right in the mouth. And Steve busted wide open, you know, King of the Ring busted wide open and his lip is split in half. So he ends up winning the match, never missed a step. That guy was just amazing. Never missed a step. The match ends and he's got to go to the hospital. And one of the cool things is because he had that extra time, it's when he came up with the famous quote, Austin 316. And he made a little joke about how if it wasn't for me, he never would have came up for it. In fact, here's his own words.
If it hadn't been for you kicking me in the mouth in Milwaukee, Austin 316 would have never been born.